Hey folks, this is Coby with CobyWright.com and MyInternetMarketingCoaches.com, and I'd like to welcome you back to another weekly live training session. Now, we're going to continue on our affiliate marketing theme this week, and we're also going to put in a little list building because I can't I can't go very long without throwing some list building in there because it's just what I know. We had a lot of great questions get put in before we started. And that's awesome, and continue to put your questions in as you come up with them, and I will address them as in the order that I receive them. So the sooner you get it in, then the better. So first, I just want to start by letting everyone know if this is your first time tonight, you can join our SMS list. If you just focus your attention on the text at the bottom of the screen, all you have to do is text the word webinar to 615-326-1155, and by joining the SMS list, you'll get text notification or text reminders of the webinars, and also you'll get a text when the replay is posted with a link, which you can actually watch on your phone if you so wish. And I don't promote anything to this list, just you will normally only get 2 texts a week from me, one telling you about the webinar and the other with the replay, with the exception of this week when I messed up on the time, and so y'all got 2 today, and I apologize for that. But nonetheless, if you want to join that, text the word webinar to 615-326-1155, and you'll know that it worked when you get a confirmation text. And the same thing with these QR codes. You can scan them and press send. It should send a text message to this number with this word. All right, so we got that out of the way. Let's jump right into the questions, and we'll get started. First, I need to, I guess, I almost always forget to do this. I need to make sure that everybody can hear me. So I'm going to put a yes in the box, or a Y, or a yes. Well, of course. But something so I know that you can hear me. Let me get the, there you go. Okay, everyone's saying yes. Okay, thank you. Now, let me make sure I don't have my screen paused or anything. You can see the screen moving. Awesome. Okay, we're getting some more yeses and yeps. Awesome. Okay, great. So, because y'all know that sometimes I forget to unmute it, or I forget to unpause the screen, whatever. Okay. So, jump right into the questions. All right, Elizabeth asked me where I lived, and I currently live in Tennessee, in Murfreesboro, which is about 30 minutes outside of Nashville. But we are actually moving this week, and we're moving today to Manchester, which is about an hour outside of Nashville. That's in Tennessee, but I was born and raised in Oklahoma. So I used to be I worked in a hotel at the front desk, and then before I moved to Tennessee, I played poker, kind of as my income, and then I moved to Tennessee, and I became a waiter and did that for a while, and then did that for about a year, and then in that time I started building an internet business, and now I'm here. So, and I'm in Tennessee. I moved to Tennessee because I met my girlfriend Carolyn, and this is where she's from, and so I moved to Tennessee be with her, and then they don't have casinos in Tennessee, so I had to get a real job. I couldn't play poker anymore, even though Tunica is not too far from Nashville. It's about 4 hours, but can't drive 4 hours every day. So I had to get a real job, and then I started doing internet marketing, and now we're here. I guess I already said that. So let's jump right to the next question. Ruben asked, about creating your own first lead magnet or free gift. Now, a lot of people struggle with this, and I know that I struggled with this, especially in the beginning, because I didn't know what to give people. I didn't know how to write an ebook. I didn't know I could do it with OpenOffice, or I didn't know anything. I mean, I knew how to use a computer, but I didn't know anything when it came to internet marketing. And so I was kind of, struggling, like, well, how am I going to create something if I don't even know anything about the internet? How am I going to teach somebody how to make money if I don't even know how to make money? It's like, I don't even know how to do this. And so what happened is actually it's an odd story how I actually got turned on to internet marketing once I moved to Tennessee. In the past, I had done some stuff with AdWords, like in 2000 and stuff, and was just direct linking to ClickBank pages. And I had a good job back then. I was a sales manager, and I was going to college, and so I had a pretty good salary, and I had an expense account, and gas card, and all kinds of stuff. And so I wasn't really trying to do it for a business, or really try to you know, do it correctly, I guess. Like I wasn't trying to brand myself. I didn't have a website. I didn't have an email list. I didn't have nothing. I was just buying AdWords traffic and direct linking to ClickBank. So I had a ClickBank account, and that was it. And I was making a couple $100s a month and doing that. And but I never really, tried to make anything of it, and I just kind of let it go and just kind of quit doing it. I don't even know why I quit doing it. I guess I just lost interest. But if I could go back in time, I would have sent all that traffic to an email list and built up an email list before, that was, you can't even do that with AdWords. Now you can hardly send traffic to squeeze pages. You have to really have your squeeze page just right for them. And you definitely can't direct link to ClickBank pages anymore. They don't let you do that. So you can't even do that anymore. And so that's what I started trying to do whenever I came back into internet marketing again and decided I was going to try to do this for like a career. I started, I got a PLR product and I put it up and I started buying AdWords traffic, try to send it to it, thinking it would work like it used to back in the day, and it didn't. I didn't make any money, and I was just spending when I was like, what the heck? And of course, I still wasn't building a list or anything like that, but I had a product. If they bought it, then they would be on my list. So I wasn't building showing them a free offer first. And so long story short, what I did to create my first product was I had bought something. I don't even remember what it was now. It was something, I don't know if it was the Rich Jerk, but it was something like that. Some kind of like really hoppy like product. It was only like $15. And so, so I'm supposed to teach you how to make money online. And so I bought the product, and all that they were showing you how to do basically was how to be an affiliate for the product. So they actually showed you, and as I was reading the stuff, I was like, you know what? I can just do all the stuff that's telling me to do, but instead I'll just promote my own product. But then, of course, I didn't know how to make money or how to create a product or anything. So what I did is this same product, they also had a bunch of bonuses. And so I downloaded all these bonuses, that they had, all these ebooks and stuff. And as I was looking through these ebooks, I noticed that some of them said that, I could resell it, or that I could pass it along, or I could give it away, and I was like, awesome. And then I found PLR routes, and I found out that I could edit them. And I was like, oh, wow, this is awesome. And of course, I found a PLR book that I got for free, and I edited it, and it was a really kind of a bad book, and it took me a really long time to edit it and to get it out, like 2 weeks. And this is a PLR product. I could have wrote my own in the same amount of time. In fact, I ended up rewriting most of this because the information was so outdated. But I did it anyways. I didn't know I didn't know some of the information was outdated, but some of it that sounded kind of weird, I just took it out. And so that's how I got my first product. And it was crappy. I'm not going to lie to you, but it had a decent e-cover with it, and people joined my list for it. And no one ever complained about it. However, looking back now, I'm kind of embarrassed about that product. And I actually have deleted it. And so you may still be able to find it somehow, but I've deleted most of the remains of that product, so that the existence of that product. It's a free one, simply because it was that bad. But I just want y'all to know that it doesn't matter if it's bad. People will still join your list, but the key is you have to do something in order to even, you have to try. And so if I'd never done that, I wouldn't have known that it was bad. And so the way I known it was bad is I shared it with a couple of people, and someone was like, hey, this stuff's kind of outdated, and you can find it over here and stuff. And I was like, oh, okay, well, thanks for the heads up. And so if I could go back, I would actually just go and pay for some PLR. Or find some different PLR. Now I know where to look. Now there's lots of PLR membership sites and stuff that you can join. Or you can search the Warrior Forum for PLR. And you can find a lot of great stuff. And so I didn't know about the Warrior Forum just yet then, so I didn't have that option. This is stuff that I found on this one site. I didn't even know what PLR routes, were. I didn't know what public label routes were. I'm sorry, private label routes. I didn't even know what they were. And so I guess to not get off track and answer your question, what you should do is there's a couple different ways. You can use PLR, but you can also outsource it. You can get one of these created for cheaper than you think. I mean, $100, you can get a 12-page report, you know, and then go to Fiverr and pay someone $5 to create you an e-cover, and maybe pay someone else $5 to create you a squeeze page. It may not be the best, you know, and it may not be the prettiest, but for, you know, $5, you'll be ready to go and you'll have something to work with. And then as you learn more, you can tweak it yourself. But what I would recommend you do is go to the Warrior Forum. And let's just hop over the Warrior Forum. I'm going to show you. Close that one. No, leave that open. Jump over here to the Warrior Forum. Here it is. Get these questions out of the way. Y'all can't see them, but they're always right in the way. I don't want to move them too far because then I'll lose them. Okay, I'm off topic. So when we go to the Warrior Forum, first of all, if you're a member of the War Room, if you're a paid member of the War Room, you can log in down here the War Room and find lots of stuff in there, all kinds of stuff. But if you're not, come over here to Special Offers Forum, and you can just browse through if you want. If you're bored, you want to look through all these, fine, go ahead. You'll probably find plenty within the first 3 pages. And I've done that. But the easiest way to do it is to go over to the search, and you can see my computer's running a little slow because GoToWebinar uses a lot of memory. And I forgot to run CC Cleaner before I started. But anyways, click on the advanced search. Put in keywords, private label rights, PLR, or you can just put one or the other. Either way, let's just put PLR. And here's the part that's going to help you narrow it down. Come over here and go to the Special Offers Forum. Choose that. And you could probably choose the War Room too if you wanted to. Let's see, where is it at? There it is. By holding Control and clicking it also. So they're both clicked. See, I press Control on my keyboard and then I click the other one. That's how you select multiple ones. And so we'll search now. And so this is going to show us the paid offers, and then also if there's anything in the War Room that's for free. So there's some blogs. We don't really care about that. We want to look for something like this. Chiropractor Niche, PLR Mega Pack. That's probably something pretty good. See, it's only $10. I've bought some of this guy's stuff before. David Cisneros. And I liked it. So, and this is probably more for offline people, but you can see here comes the squeeze page and PLR pack and some articles. And this is what most of them are going to run. And if you go to the Warrior Forum, I mean, $10, you're set up here. I mean, that's pretty sweet. And then it gives you these bonuses. So I guess it comes with some videos too. So $10, and that's what most of them are they're gonna run about 10, 15 bucks on the Warrior Forum. Now there will be some higher packages up to like 47, but the cool thing is with PLR, normally the more you pay, the better it works out. So you can see all the stuff here. Everything from, here's a report with giveaway rights for mobile marketing trends, Amazon bestseller product reviews, the next page. Here's a full profit funnel system, including hot products and squeeze page. And I've promoted, y'all probably remember me promoting some of Noah's stuff before. I promoted his as a list building theme, I believe. So he's a good guy. He's got good products. I've never bought any of his PLR. But squeeze page, giveaway report, thank you, download, email series, sales page, and income commander. I guess that's a training course or something. Oh, it's a product that you can use to sell to your list. Okay, so see, how much is this? This is probably like in the $15 range, $20 range. $12.80. So there you go. That's another great one. So you get that, then but the key is once you get one of those, now you can use it as is, but I don't recommend that you use it as is. What you would then want to do, that's going to come with the PSD, which is a Photoshop file. Just go over to Fiverr.com, which is Fiverr. For those of you that haven't never heard of this site, just type in e-covers, search, and then after you search, this is very important. You're going to want to filter the gigs by rating, and this will filter them, putting the highest rated ones at the top. And so you can see all these people that will design your ebook cover. You can have them design you a completely different one, or you can have them use your PSD and just change it a little bit. Like the PSD that comes with the, well, I forgot I already clicked off that, but the PSD that comes with like this product, let's see what the e-cover is. I guess this is the, whatever these are the e-covers. So if you get the image files to these, you can then send them over to someone over here on Fiverr, pay them $5, and just have them maybe change the name to it. Maybe you want to change the name to, you know, Cash Flow Commander, and put your name on the box somewhere, you know, or this says I am Kickstart e-course. Maybe you want to call it I am Jumpstart e-course. Maybe you want to change the colors a little bit and then put your name on it. Someone on Fiverr will do that for you easy. They'll probably do both of them for you for $5 sometimes, you know, just depending on who you get. I've had people on Fiverr that redid a whole complete site templates for me, and they charged me like $20. It was awesome. You know, I just gave them the PSD, and they just redid it all with the branding that I wanted. They just like changed a few colors, and that was before I knew how to use Photoshop. I could do that probably myself now, but if you don't know how to use Photoshop, that's an easy, or you don't have Photoshop, that's an easy way to get an e-cover. And there's lots of other e-cover creators and scripts and stuff out there that you can use. And I've used some in the past. Now I just use Photoshop. But you know, you can use those if you have access to them. It's a great place to come when you're in a pinch. You can also click on Express Gigs here, and these are the ones that are done within 24 hours. So if you're wanting to know some other places that you can find PLR, these are two sites that I'm a member of: gocoby.com/assassin and www.gocoby.com/PLR. And I'll put both of these in the chat box for y'all. If I can find it. Where is it? There it is. And those are both membership sites you can sign up for. They have free options and they have paid options. So you can use the free option if you're on a budget. Get in there and get some of the free products. Put a little time. I mean, it'll take a little bit of time to rework them, you know. But you can put, you know, maybe another $15 into it by having some graphics done and stuff. And you can have a good little product set and ready to go. And the cool thing is a lot of these come with squeeze pages and stuff too. So that takes some more of the hassle out of it. And you can outsource it. There's a lot of different places you can outsource. You can go to Odesk. You can, and actually, one of the easiest ways to outsource is to not have them write you an ebook, but actually have them write you some articles. You can do that at some place like iWriter.com. You can come in here and you can say, okay, write me 8 articles about weight loss. And I want them all to be, and you can tell them that you want them all to kind of flow together and to be transitional one or the other. You don't have to tell them you're going to put it into an ebook. Or you can tell them, it doesn't matter. They're just writing articles. You know, just tell them you want them all related. Or you can have an outline that you want of your book. And if it's, say it's about weight loss, which I don't really know anything about weight loss, but let's pretend that I do for a moment. What you would do is you would make an outline. Let's go over to my notepad. You're going to outline your chapters. And let's go to dog training because I know a little bit about dog training. I'm a pretty decent dog trainer. So yeah, I used to. A side note: whenever I was in high school, I was a professional handler for competition coonhounds, and we actually had a famous stud dog by the name of, if anyone knows anything about coon dogs, then you may have heard of the dog Bawling Rebel. My stepdad and my brother we owned it together when I was in high school, and we used to train and sell coonhounds, me and my little brother, for 5 figures. It's kind of interesting. I don't know if you could do that in today's economy. I'm not, since I moved, I don't coon hunt and stuff anymore, but it was fun back then. It was funny that I could, different directions I could have went in life. I could have been a professional coon dog handler, a dog hunter, I guess. For those of you who know what I'm talking about, I'm talking about raccoons. Sorry, it's a southern thing. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, just ignore me. I'm crazy. Anyways, back to what we're talking about. Make an outline. And what you're going to do is your outlines is going to be your chapters. So since we're talking about dog training, we'll say that, it can be, first one would be, something like maybe the basics, or, teaching a dog to sit. And then you might have them write an article about teaching them how to, how to use a crate. It's an inside dog, or I guess how to potty train it. That should probably be first. But anyways, you get the idea. In your outline, these would be a chapter, and that would be your topic for your article. So you'd give them your outline and have them write the articles. And then once they give you the articles, 8 or 10 or 5 or however many you have them write, all you have to do is use something like what I'm using on the screen right now, which is OpenOffice. You can get it for free at openoffice.org. This is just a word processing program. You take those. You could also use Microsoft Word if you have it, or there's similar other programs you can use as well. I think Google Drive is something that you can use. I heard about the other day. I haven't used it, so I don't know if that's what it does or not. But you take OpenOffice like I'm doing. You take the articles, and then you just combine them into an ebook. Maybe you put a little bit of transitional work in yourself to make it flow between one to the other. But most of the time, every time that I've done this, I didn't even have to do anything other than make a title page and a page at the end with my resources and links and my picture, and put my picture in there, and just turn it into an ebook. Just make it into an ebook by putting a little spice onto it, maybe adding some pictures or something. And then once you get it all fixed up, like we're doing now with OpenOffice, I want to turn this into a PDF. All I have to do, there's 2 ways to do it. First way is you go up here to the top where it says File, click it, and hang on, let me get the questions are right in the way. Click File, you go down to where it says Export as PDF. And then once you do that, and you export it as PDF, you can see just leave all the defaults the way they are, except this tagged PDF, this box will be unchecked. Make sure that you check it, and that'll just make, whenever you have that checked, it'll make your links work. So make sure that the tagged PDF box is checked, and then you just click Export, and it's going to ask you where you want to save it. You give it a name and choose where to save it. The second way to do it is the faster way, and there's just a little icon right here. It's a little bitty icon that says PDF on it. If you hover over it, you can see it says Export directly as PDF. Same way, you just click it, and you can see it skips those and it goes right to where it asks me where I want to save it. And so I'll just give it a name and click OK, and I'd save it. And then I had an ebook. There you go. And then I go to Fiverr, get me a e-cover made. We already talked about that. Put it all together, and you're set. So I hope I didn't go get too long-winded on that question, but I hope that answered your question as well on how to create your first on lead mag. To summarize it, I would get some PLR, or I would outsource it to some place like iWriter.com. I guess I should put that link in here. It's www. The letter I and then the word writer, WRITER.com. And there's plenty of other places as well you can get articles written. That's just one of the places I like to use. And you can also sometimes get PLR articles and turn them into an ebook. That's an option as well. Okay, Rick says, I have a small list, but I'm not sure how to monetize it. Now, when it comes to monetizing your list, and before I do that, let me jump over to the questions and make sure that I am on track. Okay. Make sure no one's saying, okay, cool. One question was, should I rewrite or spin PLR? That's up to you. That's just your preference. I mean, if you have a good spinner, then you can spin it. I mean, I've spun it before. But if you can rewrite it, I mean, take the time and rewrite it. It's just whatever, you know, it's really up to you. So let me, okay, back to how do I monetize my list. There's lots of cool things you can do to monetize a list, and there's so many ways that you can monetize a list, and that's one of the things why I always stress to everyone, especially my coaching students, is build a list. You know, no matter what niche that you're in, or no matter your experience, there's always a way to monetize a list. And one of the most obvious ways is, you know, to promote products to them. You know, you can do this as an affiliate or your own products. Or you can get PLR products and set them up on your own domain. You know, you don't have to change them if you don't want to, although I suggest that you do. You know, it doesn't take that much more effort. But it's definitely worth the effort because you're going to stand out, because most people aren't going to take the time to customize it and make it their own. So obviously the most obvious answer is you can promote products. So you already knew that, I know. Now, some of the more other things that you can do, you can sell solo ads, you can do ad swaps, and you may be thinking, Coby, and let me back up. Let me tell you about a solo ads. I don't want to get too far, going too fast, too far ahead, too fast. There we go. A solo ad. If you don't know what a solo ad is when you pay someone, or let me take it up since you're the list owner. Someone pays you, and Rick, you probably already know this, but this is for those that don't. Someone pays you a certain amount of money to send an email to your list about them. You know, that leads to their product, their opt-in page, or whatever. And so essentially, what happens is when you do this is you're kind of renting an email list. You know, you're renting one mailing from them. So they're going to send this email that says, hey, here's a cool free product you can get. Check it out here. And they're going to click on that link, and it's going to take them to your squeeze page, and they're going to opt in or whatever to your doing your list or whatever. You know, maybe you're promoting a product, however you work it. And so as a list owner, you can also sell these. And so in the internet marketing niche, the current price is anywhere from 20 cents per click. I've seen them as high as 85 cents a click, and more. I've actually seen them even more than that, like $1 a click if it was if they were buyers or if they were targeted to a certain region. So the average is about 35 cents, 35, 40 cents these days. And so you can sell clicks for 40 cents. Let's say you're selling them for 40 cents a piece. If you can do 100 clicks, so then you can make $40. You can do that 2 or 3 times a week, and your list will probably won't get bombarded, and you can make an extra, $80 or $120. It's not much, but it's a start. You can use that to buy more solo ads and build a bigger list. Now to the second one. I said do ad swap. You're Coby, how am I going to, first of all, you're probably saying, what is an ad swap? An ad swap is similar to a solo ad, except with an ad swap, it's a JV venture. And what I mean by that is you're going to find another marketer who has a list in the same niche who can send the similar amount of traffic, say y'all both send 100 clicks, and they're going to send an email to their list recommending your free product, and you're going to do the same. So you're cross-promoting each other, and some of the people on their list are going to join your list, and some people on your list are going to join their list. And so from that, you're probably thinking, okay, Coby, that sounds good. I'll get some subscribers and some free traffic, but how is that going to make me any money? How is that going to monetize my list? Aha, aha. And this is how you're going to do that. One-time offers. I have friends that do nothing, almost exclusively do ad swaps and nothing else to their list, and they make really good money, or enough that makes it more than worth their time. You know, if that's the business model you want to do. But they make their money by the offers that are seen by the person that they opt in. And so a lot of times they don't even have their own product. They don't even have their own product to sell. Like they have something to give away for free, but after they opt in, they'll just send them to a ClickBank product, you know, using their affiliate link, or to some other product using their affiliate link. And so then their free report or whatever gets emailed to them, and they see a sales page right away. Or they see some other type of offer if they have their own offer. You know, they may have their own product. Let me just show you one of my funnels. If we go to cobywright.com/blog-cash, you can see this is a typical squeeze page. I'm going to show you, this is a very, very typical internet marketing funnel. Put in my email, and then I see a one-time offer that's related to the front-end offer. This is, in this case, it's for some videos, and they get for $7. You know, so it's cheap. You want to make this cheap, and you want to make the, you know, I like to make it $7. That's like the number that I prefer more than any is $7. I've tried 5, I've tried 17, and I just always come back to 7. 7 seems to work good. And they say, I've heard that there's some thing in our brain where we think that 7 is the perfect number. It's not too high, it's not too, and it's not too cheap. I don't know, but that's just what I've heard. They say, no, I don't want it. Then they go to the download page, they can download their freebie, and there's some a banner here. There was another banner there. I wonder if that person is no longer, maybe his site is down. Anyways, there's a banner here. And then if they purchase anything from this banner, this is actually a banner swap. This person also has one of my banners on their download page, but we've set it up to where we each get 100% commissions if they buy the one-time offer. So if they click on this and then join the list, so I click on this. If they join this list, they opt in and then join this list, if they buy the one-time offer, I get 100% commission. So, you know, that's a good little extra way to monetize your download pages. And this download page isn't monetized very well. I need to get a few more banners. I need to get a few more links and stuff on here. Maybe like 2 more banners. I need to get a banner swap with someone to get some traffic. I need to get a banner that for a paid product. I need to put my coaching site on here. But it is monetized, but it's not. It can be monetized a lot better. But your download pages are some of the most prime real estate that you're going to have, because they get some of the, you know, it receives more, some of the most, getting tongue-tied. Your download pages often get more traffic than any other pages on your website. So be sure to put something on here. You know, some people will have like 10 or 12. You know, sometimes it's overkill, sometimes it works. I don't know. You know, just test and see what works best for you and what works with your style. I don't like to clutter it up with like a whole bunch of banners, but I do need to have a few more than what I have here. And like I said, there is supposed to be 2 here. I don't know why the other one's not showing. I don't know if maybe I took it down, I don't remember, or if maybe the guy, maybe his site's just not up and so it's not showing. That's why it's not showing. But nonetheless, that's a typical internet marketing funnel, and so that's how I would make money on this funnel, is them purchasing the $7 offer and then joining safe swaps, or by joining this list and buying the one-time offer there. Now I'm going to show you a not so typical internet marketing funnel, and that's if you go to freelistbuildingtrainingvideo.com. You can see this looks similar. The page is similar, but this one is more branded. It's got my face on here. It's got my name. It's got an e-cover of the Autoresponder Magic product, and which has my name and the website, autoresponddermagic.net, on it. And so here, instead, whenever they opt in, they go straight to their download page. There's no one-time offer. This is it. Straight to the video that they opted in for. And then they can watch it. It's like 28 minutes. It's a 28-minute video. It gives them it gives away three tips that I use to build a list. It talks about using solo ads, talks about using ad swaps, and it talks about doing mini events. And this is one of the videos that's in Autoresponder Magic. So what happens is they watch this video, which they get right away, which is instant gratification. People love. This is my best converting funnel, both monetary and opt-ins. So it gets the most opt-ins and it makes the most money. So this is the funnel that I send nearly all my paid traffic to. And the reason is because, like I said, they opt in and they right away, they're so used to seeing a one-time offer or seeing a ClickBank sales page or something that when they just go straight to what they're supposed to be getting, it kind of like takes their guard down. They're like, oh, cool. Well, here's my video that he said I would get. Because if you look right here, it says, oops, sorry, that's my exit pop. You know, watch video now. Well, then they enter the email and they're like, well, I really do get to watch my video right now. So it kind of takes their guard down. And then they watch this video, and it's extremely high quality video. And most people, if they watch it, they're like, man, yeah, I want to get the rest of the course. So then they click here, and you can see this sales page. This is what, like I said, it's one of my oldest products, 6/28/2011. So the sales page is terrible. This sales page is not pretty. Y'all know that my sales pages don't look like this anymore. My new sales pages are all graphical. They're all, you know, let me show you. Compare that to my to AdSwap Assassin, which was my last WSO that I released. AdSwapAssassin.com. You can see this sales page. Let me go to the WSO thread. You go to the WSO thread, you can see this sales page. Compare that. So compared to that to this is terrible, but it still makes sales. It makes a lot of sales. I can send solo ad traffic to it and break even all day long. And as soon as I get off my butt and quit being lazy, I'm going to make a new sales page for this that, you know, is graphical, and it'll start converting even higher. You know, and then but the key to this is not only is it's $11 front end product, which it's kind of goes against my $7 thing, but this is just something that I tested and it's worked so well with this. I just left it at 11. But is after they buy this $11 product, there's a one-time offer, you know, or there's an upsell. Actually, it's not a one-time offer; it's an upsell for $17. So if I buy 100 clicks and I pay $30, I pay 30 cents a click. It only takes one person to buy the front-end product and then buy the upsell for $17 for me to pretty much break even. I guess, granted, it would cost me $2, but you're going to get, you know, 50 subscribers on my list for $2, and the chances are that someone else is going to buy it as well. So typically, you know, making a profit is not out of the question. And so I can buy solo ad traffic, send it to that funnel. But the way that I've monetized it, you can see also, I've got a trafficwave.net banner up here at the top, and I've got a safe swaps banner at the bottom, and another banner that leads back to the WSO thread. So ad swaps, solo ads, sell solo ads. Another way that you can monetize your list. This one is probably one you won't hear very often, but you can actually monetize your list using AdSense. I'm going to let that sink in for a minute. Now I'll take a drink of my Coke. And I'm going to scan the questions to see if let's see. Frank asks, how big should your list be before you start selling solo ads? That is really, it depends on who you ask. I don't sell solo ads myself. I do, but I rarely, like, I'm not a solo ad seller. Only time I sell one is if like one of my subscribers says, hey, we send me a solo ad. I'm like, sure. Or, you know, or maybe if I just have some extra, if I have nothing to promote, I may ask people in my Skype group if they want to buy a solo ad. But I don't sell them myself. So for me, it really depends on your goals and how many you plan on selling. If you plan on selling a solo ad every single day, then I think you need to be generating a lot, not only have a big list, but you need to be able to be getting a lot of lead generation. So you're going to have to be getting a lot of leads in, not only. So in that case, you want to be looking at 10,000 or more. However, I started selling solo ads as soon as I, you know, could make 50 clicks. So it just depends on on what you want to do and your goals and how often you're going to sell them. If you're going to sell one solo ad a week, it really doesn't matter how big your list is, because that's not really going to hurt anything in the long run. You can sell it, do that. Now, if you're doing them every day, I suggest you have maybe 20,000 or more, and you're doing also, doing ads, a lot of ad swaps and buying a lot of solo ads as well to be generating more subscribers, because you're going to be losing a lot. Now, back to the AdSense. Excuse me. Back to the how to monetize your list with AdSense. What you do, this works great, especially if you have a list and a niche where it seems like you just can't sell them nothing. I've tried everything and I can't sell them nothing. They'll click on my links and they'll go to my blog and they'll read my blog post, or they'll look at the sales page, but they just don't buy nothing. Well, that's perfect. If you got people that are reading your emails, that is awesome. But they ain't buying nothing, you need to monetize it, AdSense. Or, there's similar other networks out there if you don't like AdSense. And you're saying, okay, Coby, how do I do it with AdSense? There's two different ways. The easiest way is video. Now, I'm not talking about being a YouTube partner, which you can be a YouTube partner and make AdSense income as well. That'd be a bonus. So if you're a YouTube partner, hey, that's just an added in bonus. But not everyone is a YouTube partner. But you do a video, and what you do is you put that video on a page by itself on your blog, like a page by itself that has no sidebar or whatever, or as little distractions as you can, and you surround that video with AdSense code. And so it would be like this. Let's just pretend this is like this is our video. There's the top of the video. All right, this is going to be to scale, but oh, OpenOffice is trying to make it a. So here's our video, the top of the video, and there's the bottom of the video. So we would want an AdSense at the top, above the video. We want it to the left of the video. And to the right of the video. I can't spell video today. No worries. No, don't push it. And then AdSense below the video. Like, okay, Coby, that sounds good and everything, but why am I going to do this again, and why would this work? This works perfect, especially if people are doing like I just said. They're reading your emails, they're clicking your links, but they're not buying nothing from you. Send them some good quality content in the shape of a video. It doesn't even have to be your video. It's going to be a video that you get off of YouTube that that you're allowed to share. You can post it on your blog or post it on a page, a blank page that has just AdSense around it. And so what's going to happen is, and also make sure you turn the suggested videos off at the end and put that in caps. Because that'll give them something to click on. So what happens is they finish watching this video, and then they're done, and they're just staring at the page, and they're like, oh, okay, that was a cool video, and that was really cool. And now what's happening is these AdSense around the video are going to be, since it's AdSense, it's going to be targeted to the keywords in the video. So whatever your video is about, these AdSense around it are going to be related to that based on the tags of the video. And so this is going to be stuff that's interested in, if they're interested in the video. And so now they're going to click this, or they're going to click that, or they're going to click this, or they're going to click that, because there's nothing else to do on the page. There's nowhere else for them to go. And so that's what they're going to do. They're going to click those, and you're going to get paid per click, And if you're in the right niche, if you're in the internet marketing niche, you can make a killing doing this. Because the internet marketing clicks sometimes can be worth a lot in AdSense. So now I don't know if this violates any AdSense TOS or anything like that. I don't think it does, but of course I don't work for AdSense, and Google is a beast in itself. But as far as I know, it's something you can do perfect. So, or that you can do legally, and I actually think that there's a site called Video Forward that Ron Douglas runs that this is kind of like what he does. I guess that's kind of the basic concept of their site. They share viral videos and has AdSense code stuff around it. And of course, you could also put, you could put some product banners or whatever you want around the videos. And this would also work with blog posts as well, but it works so much better with video because, especially if it's like a 2 or 3 minute video, it's short, they get what they wanted, and they see it. And yeah, like Ruben mentioned, you can sign up through YouTube and add AdSense directly into videos as well. Yeah, if you're, and I don't know if in the past you had to become a YouTube partner. You had to become a YouTube partner, and you had to have like so many views or you had to be a member for so long. But I think these days you can actually add your AdSense right in. I think they've like taken all the YouTube partner stuff out. I think it's like automatic now. Actually, well, Wayne said that he thinks Video 4 got shut down. So maybe it was against their TOS, but I don't know why it would be because you're not forcing the clicks and you're not buying the traffic. Let's go and look. Let's just take a look at Video Forward and see if it's still there. Looks like it's still there. I don't know. Oh yeah, Ruben says that he got accepted without having any views and stuff. Yeah, so I think now that YouTube or Google owns YouTube, I guess now it's automatic since they're all linked to Google accounts now. That's cool. So now you can add the AdSense directly to your video. So if you can add it directly to your video, I don't see why there'd be a problem at all with it being around the video because it's the same difference. As long as you don't tell the people that they need to click on them or whatever, it should. I mean, of course, be sure to do your homework before you do this. But that's just an idea that you can use. It's one that I've used it in the past. I don't do it anymore, but I never had any issues. Of course, that doesn't mean that it wasn't against the rules. And also another thing that you can do, and I've seen other marketers doing this, is you can add AdSense to your download pages, and also to your confirmation pages. If you're doing double opt-in, you can add AdSense code to there as well, and you can get some clicks from that. I don't even have AdSense on my blog anymore. Although I used to in the beginning. I used to do a lot of AdSense stuff, not always because I didn't know any other way to monetize my blog. And these days, I don't really care to monetize my blog. I just want them to join my list, and build my brand. So typically, if they surf around on my blog, they'll end up getting on my list, which is the whole idea. And I'm trying to think if there's. I had some more ideas for you, and now that I went so long on the AdSense thing, I kind of went blank. But you can also. Here's another one. CPA offers. This is something haven't even joined a CPA network because I was just trying to stay so focused on list building for so long. I haven't even joined a CPA network until, a few months, like 2 months ago. I joined my first CPA network, and I'm a member at, the one that I joined is maxbounty.com. If you want to check that out, I'm not sure why I just erased that link. And the main thing about getting approved for CPA networks is to just get on the phone with them and tell them. If they ask you how you plan to promote, how you plan to send traffic and stuff, just tell them that you're going to use PPC and PPV traffic. Excuse me. And normally they won't have an issue. But you can sign up for CPA offers, and there's a lot of CPA offers, and they vary from everything from an email submit to where someone just puts in their email, to where they put in their zip code, to actually buying stuff or taking a trial. There's so many different CPA offers, and you can do those. You can send them out kind of like you would an ad swap if it's for an email submit. And you might get paid $1 a lead or 50 cents a lead or $2 a lead or maybe even more depending on the niche that you're in. And in fact, there's actually a strategy to where you target, freebie seekers, like people who are like looking for coupons, I guess, actually coupon seekers, and not necessarily freebie seekers. And one of the strategies is using like CPA offers to monetize that list by giving them free stuff. Here's your free gift card. Here's you coupons to this side, and there's a lot of CPA offers for stuff like that. And so, but there's also CPA offers in the IM niche and in just about every niche that you can find. So that's something to keep in mind. And they can range everywhere from like directly IM related, like coaching and stuff, to being something like an iPad or, PC backup or a registration cleaner, just stuff like that. If it's even like regular computer type stuff, it's going to promote to IM list, because obviously they're using a computer and they're interested in computers because they want to work on a computer. CPA, there's AdSense, one-time offer, sell solo ads, do ad swaps, promote products. I know I'm missing stuff, but I hope that gives you at least somewhere to start and maybe some ideas. And I'll probably pick up some more ideas as I read through some of these questions. Ruben asked, how do you find out what sub-niche free gifts are in demand for solo ads? If you're, that's a great question. Depending on, now, I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. If you're in the internet marketing niche, then pretty much anything related to internet marketing is going to work with most solo ad sellers that are in the internet marketing niche. Now, I can tell you that things that work best and are anything that's make money online will work, like really generic traffic related stuff usually works. Those are probably the two, and blogging's a good one. Some of the ones that aren't as popular is like list building is not nearly as popular as some of the other ones. Article marketing is probably not even popular at all anymore. Very few people are talking about article marketing anymore. List building is getting more popular. It's more popular now than it was whenever I started in the list building niche. So, but that's okay. You don't necessarily have to find a product that fits like everyone, because the thing is, every niche has its upsides and every niche has its downsides. For example, like the list building niche one, it doesn't have the same mass appeal that something like a generic make money online type of squeeze page would. It captures a different type of person. People that know about list building and the people that opt into that squeeze page are a little bit more advanced. They know a little bit more about internet marketing, and so they're a different type of person. If that makes sense. And the cool thing with list building is if you actually teach them how to build a list and you help them make money with their list, they're going to stay on your list for a long time. Whereas maybe someone in a more generic list, like the make money online, I think that's going to draw a different type of crowd. It's going to draw more like newbies and stuff like that. People, and not the list that you don't get the same thing in the list building niche, but you have to keep in mind that they all have when you're choosing your niche, they all have their drawbacks and they all have different markets, even though they're all in the same market at the same time. So it's really weird. Just like if you're in the weight loss niche, Carolyn, she's in the blood type O niche, and so that's a sub niche of weight loss. And even though it's directly related to weight loss, it's like completely different. There's some things that would cross over, but it's like a completely different niche in its own. And so same thing with list building. It's completely different than blogging. The people that are interested in blogging aren't always interested in list building, and same thing, people that are interested in list building aren't always interested in blogging, but both of them are interested in making money online. So you see it. But if you want to find out what's hot in your niche, you just look around and see. If you're buying a solo ad, then look and see some of their squeeze pages that they use to build their list. If you're trying to match your gift to a particular solo ad seller, then you want to look at how the people got on their list and make your offer fit them. And I've done that quite a bit. People that I knew had PLR lists that were interested in PLR, well, then I would send them to a PLR offer. People I know have interested in list building, I'll send them to my list building niche. Now, there's one guy that I buy solo ads from that I always send his traffic to my blogging squeeze page because the results are just like so much better. I can send if I send his traffic to my list building squeeze page, it doesn't do that good. I mean, I get my money's worth, but when I send it to the blogging squeeze page, it's just like double, it seems. It's just so much better because the people that joined his list all joined his list because they're interested in blogging. So when you're tailoring to a specific solo ad seller or a specific ad swap partner, just look and see what they've done. Now, if you're trying to figure out what's hot in a niche as a whole, then just look at all the people in that niche. And if it's the internet marketing niche, then you can go back to the Warrior Forum and just see what people are talking about. The Warrior Forum, or any forum. I mean, any forum there's going to be forums in any niche. So any niche that you're in, just go to the forum. Go to forum. I'm sorry, I get excited and stop talking too fast. Let me take a deep breath. Go to any forum in your niche and see what people are talking about. And if we jump over to the Warrior Forum, a lot of the stuff they've been talking about lately has been list building related, at least the last couple times I've been on there. And so right now, list building is kind of a hot topic, which is kind of weird. But they go in cycles, you know. A few months ago, not too long ago, Pinterest was a hot topic, you know, and solo ads were a hot topic not too long ago, and that's kind of how list building is probably why it's hot right now, because some people were talking about solo ads. And so just do some research by looking at your competitors that are in the same niche, to sum it up for you in a few questions. And when it comes to fitting us to a particular solo ad seller or ad swap partner, just look at what their own squeeze pages. And Rick said you could use a little music so you know it still works. He's talking about the minute or two of dead air that we had before we started the recording, and I agree, Rick. I'm trying to figure out how to do that on GoToWebinar, but I haven't figured it out yet. Getting right on our hour time, so I'm gonna have to. Still got some more questions in here. I might have to save those for next week. But I'm going to browse through some of them and see if there's any that Ruben asked another question related to my original question. Is it important to use your own created free product as I have dozens of free gifts and some with sales funnels set up, but I don't feel comfortable spending ad money for something that might already be overexposed? So it makes sense to make your own. Yeah, and you can use those ones that you have, Ruben. The ones at least that you have the rights to edit, and you can make them to where they don't look overexposed, because that's exactly what will happen. People will see them, and they're like, oh, I've already seen that. Like this one right here, even though this was I got this as a PLR product, and even though I rewrote the actual product itself, I didn't redo the e-cover because I just like this e-cover so much. In fact, that was the reason I chose this whole product, was because I like this e-cover so much. But I've seen this in a few other places. So I'm going to lose subscribers when they see this just because they think, oh, I've already seen that, even though my version of this product is going to be completely different than everyone else's version. But since I didn't redo the e-cover, they're going to assume it's the same, and rightfully so. So just by changing the graphics, you're going to be so far ahead of the curve, because it's going to help you so much. Because like you said, people are going to think, well, I've already seen that. And they may have it. Ruben said, from poker face to waiter. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. I still play poker now, but I just do it part-time because Tunica's so far to travel. So we just do it. Like this summer, we did a lot of traveling this summer, playing in tournaments. Michael asked earlier, I think I already answered this question, should we reroute or should we spin PLR? And that's just really up to you. I think I did answer that question. Ruben said, I guess what I was saying is I have to build my business around that sub-niche, which is making me overthink it. Yeah, you know what? If you put up, if you choose a sub-niche and you put 1,000 subscribers through it and you decide, you know what, this is not working, you can put up another squeeze page. You don't have to build your business around one complete niche at all. It just, you know, so yeah, I agree with you. You're just overthinking it. And don't worry. Don't worry. We all overthink it. I promise you. That's 99.9% of people that I've coached. We're just overthinking it. Rick mentioned there's also another thing that you can use that's similar to OpenOffice called LibreOffice, L-I-B-R-E, LibreOffice. So y'all may look into that. Michael asked, how long should the articles be? That's a great question, and that really depends on, and he was talking about when we're creating the product. It really depends on how long you want the initial book to be. I think, 500 words is more than, 500 to 1,000 words should be more than enough. Because if you have 10 500-word articles, and that's a 5,000-word ebook. That's a decent sized ebook. Could be given away for free anyways. Yeah, and Frank asked, how big should your list be before you can sell the solo ads? And at the same time, right underneath that, Ruben says it depends on how many clicks you can deliver, and that's absolutely right when it comes to solo ads. And I think I already answered that question, Frank. I'm sorry. Bruce said, Coby, you come across so genuine and laid back. It's a good style. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you. He said, I lost my AdSense account. There's lots of other similar services that are similar to AdSense. I think one I've heard of is called InfoLinks. And then there's a lot of them out there. Don't constrict yourself to AdSense. They're not the only, even though they seem to think they are, they're not the only game in town. Let's see, I think I got all the questions. Yeah, Liza said, do you have any suggestions for buying solo ads, who to buy from, etc.? And let me give you all, this site may not work for everyone because it was down earlier, and so I don't think it's propagated all over the internet. But where I buy most of my solo ads is at SafeSwaps. I'm going to give you the discount link here. It's discount/safe-swaps.com/Coby Wright. If we click that, see it's down here. To SafeSwaps, that's where I buy most of mine. And like I said, this site might not work for everyone because they had some issues and they had to move their hosting or something. But this is where I buy most of my solo ads. So if you ever want to go and see who I buy my traffic from, then just come over here to SafeSwaps and find my profile. It should be safeswaps.com/ or profile.safe-swaps.com/Coby Wright, I think. I don't know. Let's see, here it is. Yeah, profile.safe. You can come over here and click on solo buyer. And you can see the people that I've bought from. And you can see there's some people that I've bought multiple times, like Maris. You can see his name on here a couple of times. So if I bought from him more than once, it's a good chance. It's probably really good traffic. And you can also click through and see what I said on there. Is like Maris. Click on his and see what I said. You can go over and find me. Where am I at? Load more ratings. Oh, I'm on the wrong part. Solo seller. Here I am. I said I'm a repeat buyer of Maris because he always delivers great solos. And you can see I bought 50 clicks from him, and he delivered 68. So that's another question. I was gonna talk about that whenever someone asks how big does our list have to be before we sell solo ads. I want to show you solo ads, how big the solo ads that I buy. Look, 50 clicks, 30 clicks, 50 clicks, 50 clicks, 100 clicks. I didn't do very many in December. See, 30 clicks, 50 clicks, 50 clicks. So I like to buy small solo ads. I like to buy 50, 100 click solo ads from a lot of different people. And the ones that do good, then I'll buy more. And their sites being really slow. But if we go back to a lot of months, I'll have this whole calendar filled up. I didn't in December because I was sick and stuff, and just being lazy, I guess. And I've already started buying the few for December already. But I like to buy small solo ads. So if you go over here, solo price. That's a cool thing. At SafeSwap, you can search by price now. So I'll click on, and I think their site's just being really slow because of their issues they've been having. So I'm just gonna stay off that site. But that's how I do that. You can see I bought one from Sam. He's on the call tonight. So that's where I buy nearly all of my solo ads. And I'll buy as many. Some months I'll have one for every single day. You know, I'll have a solo ad that goes out for every single day of the month. And nearly all that traffic goes to my list building funnel because I know it's going to break even and or show a profit. So that's one place to go. And the good thing about Salesforce is you get all the feedback from everyone. But if you don't want to become a member there, you can go to soloaddirectory.com. This is ran by Reed Florin, and this is kind of an open directory. So anybody can, not anybody, but people can post here, and then a lot of them you see next to their name it has review. So like Hey Mirror, I've bought a lot of traffic from Hey Mirror. Click on review. You can see it says I bought a solo from Hey Mirror for 250 click at $97 or 39 cents a click. I got 349 clicks and 164 opt-ins for a conversion rate of 47% or a cost per subscriber of 59 cents. You can see there's me. There's me. I said Hey Mirror rocks. So I've bought a lot of traffic from him, and I do an ad swap with him about every month or every 2 months or so. So but that's a good thing about this place. It's an open directory. Cal, he has good traffic. I've bought a lot from him. And you can see, though, that a lot of them are going to have reviews, so you can see what other people have said or the results that Reed had. So, but the main thing is to do your homework when you're buying solo ads, and start small. I don't care how big your budget is. Always start small. I never buy the max amount of clicks that someone offers right away. I'll buy 50 clicks, and then maybe if that's good, I'll buy 100 clicks, and then maybe if that's good, I might buy 200. I'm never going to just jump out and then jump right into 1,000 click solo from someone for the first time. Start small, and then if they have good results, you scale up. And that's what I do. I'll buy 50 clicks from them. If I like them, I'll buy it again in the next month. And I'll buy traffic from them every single month. If they send an email to their list and it makes me money or it breaks even, then I'm going to reuse them again. And it doesn't take too many times before you have people that you're using every month to do both ad swaps with and solo ads, and you just kind of keep just buying your traffic from them and occasionally testing out new people and bringing in new blood. Cool. Ruben said we're almost done too, so y'all stick around. I got something. Don't leave just yet for those of us doing. We've actually gained a lot of people. I didn't even realize this. About 10 or 15 extra people came in. I didn't even notice. So sorry for you all that came in. I didn't get to tell you hello. Ruben said, your webinars rock. I'm starting to hate webinars that promote a high-end product for $1,000. Rather attend webinars that are targeted on specific problems most newbie and up-and-coming marketers are facing. So thank you, Coby. You're very welcome, Ruben, and I'm glad that's what you said. That's exactly how I try to position myself, because I have sold high-ticket items on my webinars before, but I'm here to help you guys. I learned early on that if I could give value to others and help others, that I would get value in return. And so that's the key. Once you start helping others, and then the money will come. And that's something that I know I mentioned that on Saturday, but I'm gonna mention it again. And a lot of people, they get too hung up on results, like how much money can I make, and I gotta make some money and this and that. Well, you know what? If you look at it in the opposite direction and you decide to start helping people, start putting out good content, getting your name out there, and just being a good person, then you're going to get the karma back, and the results will start coming. Michael said, Coby, is there an SEO standard for, like, when you write a blog post, how many times you promote a link, whether a keyword should be bold, italicized, underlined, etc., and a blog post? Yeah, Michael, there's I'm not an SEO expert by any means, and if you look at my blog post, you'll see that I do it all type of ways, and I just kind of do my own thing. I don't really care, or I try not to, let me back up. I just keep doing the same thing. I don't try to like overthink it, because Google, they used to tell you that you should do exactly everything, and you just said that you need to bold them, you need to underline them, you need to italicize them, etc., etc., etc. And then, you know, an update would come and they'll say, okay, well now don't underline them, but still bold them, but only do it 25% of the time, or, you know, and all that stuff like that. So I don't really know the answer to your question, but there are some standards, but I don't want to lie to you and tell you that I know them. But you should be able to Google it and find out the results. And that's another thing. I've never put too much emphasis in SEO myself, and I'm kind of glad that I did, because the people that do, they have such headaches with the keeping up with the updates and stuff, and the things that work today, they don't work next week, and it's really frustrating. But I decided early on that if I started building a list, I wouldn't have to worry about SEO. And also, to be perfectly honest, in the beginning I thought there's no way that I could ever be in the search results for anything internet marketing related, because it's such a saturated market. And so you can find me in the search engines for some things, but you're never going to find me for like internet marketing or make money online unless you just dig and dig and dig. So to me, I wanted to build a list, and so my blog posts are for my list and not really for SEO. But Bruce said that he's an on-page SEO expert, and that you should check out the WordPress SEO plugin from Yoast, which is Y-O-A-S-T. And Michael said, "Okay, thanks. I've been working on blogging daily." That's a great thing to aspire to, Michael. That was something that I did early on that really helped me a lot. I was trying to create blog posts every day. Let me give you a few tips to extend the life of your blog post. This is what I used to do. I don't do it anymore because I'm just too lazy. But I did this in the beginning. It was it was a great way for me to get a lot of traffic and really get my name out there and start getting a lot of subscribers that I wouldn't have had access to otherwise, via ad swaps and stuff. But after I would make a blog post, what I would do is I would take that blog post and then I would spin it into like 5 or 10 versions, and then I would go and put it at 3 article directories. And the 3 that I used at that time were eZine articles, goarticles.com, and what was the other one? I don't even remember what the other one was. So actually, I take that back. There was 3, but most of the time I just used those 2 that I mentioned, because I couldn't find a good third one. Although there was a third one that I'd use, I just can't remember it. But it's not important, because everyone has their favorite, article directories. But I would spin them, and I would submit those article directories, obviously with a link back to my blog, or a link back to my squeeze page and then to my blog. And then after I posted to the article directories, I would go, and there's a couple of Web 2.0 sites that I would promote it on, like betternetworker.com was one of them. Blogengage.com, I think, was the name of one of the other ones, places like that. Now, these are going to be different for everyone's niche. If you're in the weight loss niche, it's going to be different sites. But you just find sites that allow you to submit articles, that are like Web 2.0 type of sites, and then you submit them. So I'd put it there with a link back to my squeeze page. And then I would take the article and turn it into a PDF, and then I would submit it to like 8 or 10 document sharing sites. And there's a lot of document sharing sites out there. Just you can do a Google search and find the ones that you like best. And then after you turn into a document and submit it to all the document sharing sites, you can turn into a PowerPoint presentation or an Impress presentation if you're using OpenOffice. And then there's sites like slideshare.com where you can share that slide, and then you turn it into a video, and of course you promote it on YouTube and Vimeo and all the other video sites. So you can take that one blog post and you can recycle it into like 15 different web properties, just like that. And it's all the same content, and and if you only get 1 view a week on your articles or on your document sharing sites or on your videos, man, that's still one more person that might not have had access to otherwise. And we've run about an hour, and we've ran a little over, so about 10 or 15 minutes over. So with that, I think I've got all the questions Yeah, Rusty hit the nail on the head with the list. You're not relying on another company, i.e. Google. You are your own boss. Absolutely. I don't have to worry about the Penguin updates or the Panda updates or any of that. And great. And Michael said, great, that's helpful. Thanks, you're very welcome. And Bruce said, Coby is on the best track list building. Awesome, awesome, cool. So I think that'll take care of us tonight. If there's any more questions that want me to answer, go ahead and put them in now. And while y'all are doing that, I'm going to direct y'all to my coaching site for those of you that aren't members yet. It's myinternetmarketingcoaches.com. Put the link right there. I'll go over here and then we'll visit the site as soon as my page loads. What did I do to it? Oh, there it is. Load in. I didn't even know it. Okay, I put it in the chat box for y'all. I think, yeah. Make sure I put it in the right chat box. There's two chat boxes, one for questions and one for chat, which is weird. One will make a hyperlink and one won't. I'm putting there, myinternetmarketingcoaches.com. Yeah, it's in there twice now. And you can see when you visit the site, there's some testimonials on here. Check those out if you want. When I met Coby, I had less than 100 subscribers on my list. I was on the verge of giving up on internet marketing. After a year of coaching by Coby, I now have over 23,000 subscribers and easily make $4,000 a month. That's you ready? The price right now is $19.97 a month. This is going to be increasing every month or quicker until we reach probably $97. I haven't decided if I'm going to cap it at $47. I may leave it at $47 for a few for longer than 1 month, maybe like 3 or 4 months. But regardless, it's going to be a lot higher than it is now, and it'll increase again at the end of this month or the beginning of February. It's $19.97 a month. Here's everything that's included in it. You're going to get, there's two versions of these replays that go out. One that goes on my blog and that goes to my entire subscriber list. It's the complete version, the raw version with the coughs and the coughing, and I said that twice. See, that would be edited out. And the sales pitch won't be in the edited version. There's the version that goes on my blog is the raw, I guess you'd call it the raw version. It's this, and it's going to have, you know, advertisements in it for the site, etc. The one that goes into the site is the cleaned up version that has all the, you know, where we're just talking about nonsense is cut out, and the lagging when we're waiting, there's dead air, it's all cut out. And you also get transcriptions, you get MP3s, you get the downloadable MP4s, and then in addition to that, there's also training that's already in here from previous training, and there's also training in here like WordPress basics, all the stuff you need for WordPress, making posts, media, etc., etc. There's training on traffic. The fast traffic tactics is details in more detail, basically what I just ran down on the recycling your blog post. And you got traffic generation basics. That's my 24-hour traffic generation course. You got product creation. You go over here, you got the same thing with it, product creation basics. It's got all these products right here, all these videos right here, how to create the product, introduction, how to get ideas, free versus paid, etc., etc. We got more training. Most training is in the list building area, so let's just go over there and I'll show you the list building area. So you can see we have all this here in the list building area because that's obviously my area of expertise. These are all the trainings that we've gotten here so far. So like the sales funnel basics, it's similar just like the WordPress basics and the traffic. You know, it's got all these videos. What is a sales funnel? Why do I need one? 3 things you must have, your funnel must have, how to get good products, ideas for your offers in your funnel, etc., etc., etc. And I'll be adding more, and I'll be adding some SEO. I'll buy some SEO training that I'll be putting in here for y'all. Also in the product vault, you can go over here to the product vault. I got list building products, affiliate marketing products, blogging products. I'll be adding more in here, obviously, as we go along. Go over to the list building section. You can see our Responder Magic's in there. My IntelliSqueeze software is in there. instant download page builder software is in there. The OTO builder is in there. The 1,023 subscribers in 27 days is in there. ASOP Assassin plugin, the WSO that I just released, is in there. And there's a lot of different stuff in there. So to cap it off, what do you get? And you get the replay. Also, you get the edited replay. You get transcriptions. You get access to software. You get access to my current, past, and future products. And I'll also be adding some sales funnels in here. I'll be adding some rebrandable software and stuff like that as you go along. So that means that any I'm working on another list building software right now, or a rebrandable software. I'll be releasing as a WSO, hopefully before the end of the month. Anyone who's a member, you'll get that for free. Same thing with the ASOP Assassin. I got that one for free, as you saw in there. So is there any questions regarding the coaching side? Again, it's myinternetmarketingcoaches.com. Anthony said, do you have a big internet marketing business, Coby? Do you teach all types of internet marketing? I do teach most types of internet marketing, Anthony, to answer your question. Like I don't teach any Facebook stuff. I don't, you know, so there's some areas I don't teach, but I teach most of it, you know. And that's another thing too with this site. You get in today, 1997. When the price increases, your price doesn't increase. So you're in at 1997 for life. You know, as long as you don't cancel it, you're in at 1997. And what this is going to allow me to do is, as the membership increases, I've already hired a transcriptionist. I've hired a customer support, and I'll be hiring, you know, I'll be hiring more staff, and I'll be hiring more coaches. So the areas that I'm not good at, I'll be hiring coaches who are good in that. So I'll be hiring, you know, the Facebook experts and the people that are strong in the areas where I'm weak. And of course, that way that everyone, I'm trying to make this, because I did a poll, and I did a poll in my Skype group, and I asked people, you know, what types of memberships would you want, A, B, or C? And what they all told me was, we want D, we want all the above. And so that's what I'm trying to do with this site. And the reason I couldn't start out at $97 a month is because I want to get everyone in here and get some buzz. It's not even open to affiliates yet. So, you know, I just want to get everyone in here and get some testimonials and get some buzz about it, and have people show that I can show up each week. And Bruce, he said he's happy. It's bloody cheap. And Bruce was one of the first people in. He actually got in at $17, I believe. So, see, there's people. It's already increased once, because when I opened it, it was at $17 a month. Now it's at $20. So the next price increase will probably be 25 or 27 or somewhere in that range. I don't know. So if there's any other questions regarding the site, or regarding what I've covered tonight, or anything that I missed, or I'll need to elaborate on any last minute things that we need to finish up, I'll be happy to answer those now. Yeah, I agree. Bruce, I just had to get the webinar times right. And I had myself full because I was I rushed. We were moving today, and I rushed around to hurry and get here. And then I realized that I logged on at an hour early, which would be the normal time, and there was no one here. I'm like, oh no! And I realized what I'd done. So they will typically be at 6 p.m. unless y'all like them better at 7 p.m. I mean, it's fine with me. Whatever time is best for y'all. Y'all just let me know, and I'm here for y'all. So, you know, I can make my schedule fit y'all, and if I can't, I'll hire someone so to fill in for me when I can't. So I just y'all let me know what you know, if you like if there's any days y'all like best, if there's any times y'all like best, and I'll do my best to cater those to fit everyone. Obviously, no matter what time we pick, there's always going to be someone left out in the cold. So we just have to kind of go with the group census and figure out what everyone likes best. So y'all, if there's any, do y'all? I'll just ask y'all now. Do y'all like better 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. Eastern? Anthony said 7. Michael said 7. Cool. It's probably easier. Elizabeth said either. It's probably easier to. Might be easier for those. Rusty said he likes it better at 6. So I'll just. I guess I'll just take a poll. I'll send out a survey or something, and we'll go with the group census. And Sue's in Australia, so it's in the morning for her. So looks like most people are saying 7. I'll send out a survey, and we'll go with the group census and see what everyone says. Yeah, Rusty says for him it's 1:30 in the morning in the UK. So yeah, it's 1:30 in the UK, and it's even earlier than that for Sue in Australia. So yeah, I'll do that. That's what we'll do. We'll send it. I'll get a survey, and I'll send out a survey to everyone, and we'll just I'll go with the group census. That way, I want to try to make the most people happy as possible. Anthony said early afternoon, and we can do it on the weekends too. I'm not against. I mean, we did one this Saturday. You know, I'm cool with doing one like early afternoon on Saturdays. Just whatever. So I'll send out a survey, and we'll go from there on that. All right. With that being said, I want to thank everyone for showing up tonight. I want to appreciate you for hanging out. And if you want to check out the site, it's at myinternetmarketingcoaches.com. And that's all I got for you tonight. This is Coby, CobyWright.com, signing off.